Hiya! Welcome to LSB Feasters radio channel, where we keep great radio from the past alive. And today we're going to Houston, Texas, and KILT. KILT was a legendary top 40 station in Houston. It belonged to Gordon McClendon, who also owns sister station KLIF in Dallas. And the call letters KILT was actually a bit of a nod to the owner of the station, Gordon McClendon. When he was on the air, he referred to himself as the Old Scotsman. So, Kilt, if you didn't know it, that's the joke. Anyway, the station just cranked out the hits in the 60s, in the 70s, right up to 1981. Great jocks, great promotions, great music. This was a must listen to in Houston. Some of the legendary jocks that worked at the station included K.O. Bayley, Jay West, Bo Weaver, Steve Lundy, Hudson and Harrigan, and so many others. If you've never had a chance to hear this station when it was rocking, crank it up. Let's just give it a listen. Such a great radio station. KILT Houston.
Hello, I'm Bill Young, the program director of KILT. We like to talk about our radio station because we're very proud of it.
There's something about KILT that's very, very loose and fluid, and I think that is exactly what people are all about. I mean, this is a people radio station. You get to act like people, like human beings, instead of functioning as a radio announcer in capital letters.
Hudson and Harrigan, Hudson and Harrigan, Hudson and Harrigan, Hudson and Harrigan, Hudson and Harrigan.
What in the world is the matter with you, Seymour? You really look terribly depressed.
Well, I am. My IBM stock dropped 14 points yesterday, and
You have some IBM stock.
Yeah, and I had a horrible fight with my wife. I just feel miserable.
Boy, there you go. Well, Seymour, if you'd stay home more often, for crying out loud, all you do is fight with your wife.
It was a deep dish double dyke doozer, I tell you.
Well, what happened,
I'm just so
Seymour?
miserable, I can't stand it. She said she wouldn't talk to me for 60 days.
She wouldn't talk to you for 60 days?
That's right. She said she wasn't even going to speak to me for 60 days.
Well, golly, that is something terrible to be depressed about, Seymour.
Yes, it is, Mr. Hudson. 60 days she wouldn't talk to me. And today's the last day.
The last day for what? Yes, how about that? Looking good this morning.
Believe it or don't.
Yes, what have we here? Believe it or don't. Oh, here's a war report, folks. The government announces that by next week, troop strength in Southeast Asia will be down to 5 Marines, 2 sailors, and a black market profiteer. Hope runs high that they'll have that profiteer home by December.
Believe it or don't. I could just see it.
I've been at KILT since 1958, first as a jock and now in the sales department. And all through the years in the programming department, there was a sense of creativity and excitement going on. Not the dull sameness that you find in most radio
Well, I
stations.
think the jocks are just funny. That's all. When we came over to this country and we first listened to radio, it just all sounded the same. Everything was so stereotyped. And then we came into Houston and I heard Kilt, and I just got so excited about listening to Hudson Harrigan in the morning, and K.O. Bayley at night is so different, and they're just such a different station.
On Girl Talk, our question was divorce really the answer?
I think that if a person doesn't get along with their husband or get along with their wife, they shouldn't have to stay together. They are better off and happier probably if they'd go ahead and get a divorce.
I have been divorced, and I got married the first time when I was about 18.
Mm-hmm.
And to this day, I can honestly think back on it and don't know why we got a divorce and don't know if it would have been the answer.
How long were you married?
Was divorce really the answer?
Yes, I think divorce is the answer.
Why do you say that?
Because my husband, he took dope and he beat me.
Well, I don't blame you for getting a divorce under those circumstances.
John, St. John.
You know, it's funny how some songs just at the time of year so well. I can recall this song so well. It came out in the fall of 1967. Drive around your car with your favorite person, windows rolled up, the heater on, wearing a big old coat, snuggling, and listening to Dionne Warwick sing, I Say a Little Prayer for You.
The moment just keep it up. Just keep it up.
I grew up in Houston, but there's really never been any other station but Kilt.
I think everybody that's starting out in radio grows up wanting to work eventually
at a handful of radio stations, and Kilt is one of those stations.
Our main objective in finding an on-the-air staff was to find people that were creative and entertaining, and allow them to be creative and entertaining.
Wednesday's question on Girl Talk. How do you know when your man has been unfaithful to you? Hear the answers with Jim and Jay at 10 tomorrow on the Big 610. Maybe he's been playing you a fool, huh, baby?
Okay, so your heart broke.
Kilt. I can tell that Helen's ready. I am woman. Good afternoon. It's 4:51. This is Barry King.
KILT Houston.
7 o'clock in the city. I'm K.O. Bayley. Holding the door. The house is and giveaway. You're probably sitting home now wishing that you had yourself a few candles lit, bottle of wine popped, Kilt on the radio, and saying, "Come here, Daddy. Let's boogie."
This is people radio
The
station.
atmosphere around here is different from any other radio station. It's like everybody's trying to give their all of it.
Different feeling when you get up in the morning and are allowed to be creative and do things you feel like you ought to have been doing all along. It's kind of like a dream come true to work
Well, I
here.
really feel that a large part of the Kilt success story has been that it's a fun place to work, and we try to have fun around here, and I encourage it. It really serves as a home away from home for so many of the staff that they're looking forward to coming back to work on Monday, and I really like that.
This is a people radio station.
KILT.
Mama told me not to come. I should have known better. I didn't listen to my mama. 3 Dog Night Solid Gold from the Big 610.
Want some whiskey and you wanna
C.C. McCartney and Jim Crochet. That's brand new. Operator. That's how they say it goes sometimes. That ain't the way it feels. KILT in the 5th dimension. If I could reach you, I'd give you this message. John St. John, noon to 3 on Kilt weekdays. 7:23, Bee Gees Gold.
The preacher talks with me.
KILT at 7:33 with Rolling Stone. That's Seals and Crofts. And all that summer breeze gives you a good feeling.
It's a feeling everyone should know.
Encore for Palm.
Oh, obviously, there are so many legal technicalities in this. The county election board has never met.
At 5:20 now, this is Jim Carolla speaking for Sound.
I think Kilt News is definitely different. It doesn't deal strictly with one type of news. I think we get features and pertinent news that the people that listen to Kilt are interested in.
The wrecks and the violence and the fires, while they last just a few moments, something which lasts a lot longer is what we're looking for.
I think people get so sick of the day-to-day blood and guts news.
Well, we get to put a bit of our personality into the news, and when you're putting a part of you in the news, I think you try a lot harder to find something that's going to appeal to a lot of people.
Murray O'Hare, most unhappy about the reading of a letter she allegedly sent to evangelist Billy Graham. Graham reportedly talked about that letter.
Claims the U.S. and North Vietnam reached a peace settlement in the secret talks.
Editorial comment. The speaker.
Fall in its 4th day out at Courtesy Chevrolet this morning between 7 and 9 o'clock. And Harry Rogers reports...
Captain Macho was born in the imagination of Dan Earhart, evening newsman at KILT.
He is bringing to that young audience tonight something that they want to hear. Their news, keeping them informed on what affects their world.
What price pregnancy? How are you tonight? Captain Macho got some news.
This is the NFL, the National Football League, with the Houston Oilers.
You are the 11th caller. What's your name?
Janet McNeil.
There's over 2 million people that wish they were in your shoes right now, baby.
A 1.5 carat diamond solitaire. A Watts line for an entire month. 10,000 gallons of gasoline. Maid service. Twice a week for the next year and a half. A 1973 Chevrolet Vega. The last contact.
contest.
Characterizes KILT, I guess, better than anything else is that there's something always happening.
Well, the contest and the promotions are all so different.
Emotionally, it's probably the most exciting radio station in the country.
Oh, I don't think KILT could be successful anywhere in the world except Houston, Texas. It was designed for Houston.
This is John Butler, KLIF in Dallas.
This is Woody Roberts, KTSA San Antonio.
And this is Scotty Tripp, KILT Houston.
These men represent Texas' three great cities in the Great Texas Bike Race. Now you can be a millionaire
with 1 million Japanese yen
in Kilt's exciting Yen-to-Win contest.
The new millionaire will then fly to Tokyo,
Chicago.
Sunday, February 6th, Coliseum.
Tickets now at Houston Ticket Service and Ticket Town.
Chicago.
Love from Kilt Concerts West.
Man shall not live by bread alone.
The incomparable bread appears in Casual Kilt Concerts.
Saturday night, October 21st, 8 p.m. at the Coliseum. The incomparable bread.
Well, it's a different feeling when you get up in the morning and are allowed to be creative. This feeling of creativity comes all the way from the top, from Dickie himself.
Oh, yeah. That kind of feeling has to come from the top.
My philosophy is that I like to treat every employee exactly the way I like to be treated. People's feelings are very important in any business.
This is a people radio station. You get to act like people, like human beings.
I try to let everybody know that their contribution is desperately needed.
Sometimes we enjoy working around here so much we wonder if maybe we should be even getting paid.